Banzai! I'm the Cobra Kai kid, and today I want to discuss how I think Cobra Kai, the series, will end. Now, I've had this idea for how the series would end for a while now, but I've just never made a video on it. But now, here it is. This is how I think the whole series will end. As you saw from the title or the thumbnail, I do believe that Cobra Kai will end with Johnny and Carmen getting married. And I think everybody is going to be at the wedding. Miguel, Robby, and by this point, they'll have made up. They're going to be stepbrothers. I'm talking this is the end of the series, so we're skipping ahead. They're going to be stepbrothers at the end of the series. I'm telling you, it's going to be set up. And then we're going to get TORY, Sam. They're going to be friends by the end of the season. They'll be at the wedding too. Dimitri, Hawk. Then you get the LaRussos in there too. We got Daniel, Amanda, Anthony. And I also think we're going to get a bunch of the legacy characters from the Karate Kid. So the original Cobra Kais, Bobby, Jimmy, maybe Dutch if Chad McQueen wants to join the show at the end. Then I think we're going to get Allie Mills. Chozen's probably going to be there. Maybe you get Freddy Fernandez. I think they're going to get as many people from the original Karate Kid films who were tied to Johnny and Daniel as they can to come back for the wedding. Now, the reason why I think the Cobra Kai series will end with Johnny and Carmen's wedding is because it's such a perfect opportunity to wrap up the story in a meaningful way. It has a satisfying conclusion. Johnny Lawrence, who started off the Cobra Kai series as this lowlife, this alcoholic, this deadbeat dad, is now picking his life together. He has now found happiness. He has his happy ending with Carmen, with his two sons now, Robby and Miguel. It's a perfect character arc and it makes sense. William Zabka has always said that he would have never agreed to joining the Cobra Kai series if it were just going to end with another crane kick to his face. Now, I don't mean a literal crane kick, but just another, nope, Johnny's the bad guy. Johnny doesn't get the happy ending. Johnny's going to start off worse than he was. That's the thing. I think with bringing back this Cobra Kai series, what they've done with this is that they've reopened up these characters and they've given all of them a second chance for redemption and a satisfying conclusion. I don't believe that they're bringing back Daniel and Johnny and KREESE just to have these characters have the worst endings and end as the bad guy and have these tragic stories that make the whole story seem pointless. Like, why would we even bring this series back if we were just gonna give them this terrible ending? I like to look at it as if the Karate Kid movies didn't fully resolve the characters. Now, sure, at the end of the Karate Kid 1, Johnny did give the trophy to Daniel and say, "You're all right, LaRusso." Now, that may imply that there's his arc. He went from bully to now he's, good job, Daniel, you deserve it. He had that character arc, but that doesn't necessarily mean his life is all good and better. As we saw in Cobra Kai, he still was an alcoholic, deadbeat dad, all this stuff, even though he did the right thing at the end of the Karate Kid 1. If you're going to bring back these iconic characters of the Karate Kid, you need to end this story with their characters in a way where fans feel, thank God that we saw this resolution, because we needed to have seen this. While maybe when we were watching the Karate Kid, we didn't know that we needed it. Now that we've seen it, this was necessary for these characters. And what better ending for Johnny Lawrence, a guy who's been partying in his 20s and 30s, drinking around, picking up on random girls, to now find a wife in Carmen, a good person, and to finally get his son Robby back, and to become a father to the kid who's made him feel like a father for years in Miguel Diaz. It's a perfect resolution for the character of Johnny. It also gives a satisfying resolution to Carmen, who had a husband who was a bad man, and now she has a husband who's a good man in Johnny. And then you have Robby and Miguel, who, despite all the stuff that they've been through, they're going to finally come together at the end and be stepbrothers. And you have to remember, John, Josh, and Hayden, the writers of The Karate Kid and Cobra Kai, are fans of this universe. I'm sure they would want to see everyone back together. And what better way to bring everyone together than a wedding? Johnny and Carmen's wedding would bring back all of these characters from the Cobra Kai series all the way to the Karate Kid movies, and you have all the characters in one spot, in one location, it would be so nostalgic, it would be so satisfying, and it would just be a perfect ending to the series. It's like nothing you'd ever seen before. You'd have Johnny, Bobby, Jimmy, Allie, Chozen, Daniel, Amanda, Sam, Tori, Miguel, Robbie, all the characters. The list goes on and on. Everyone at this wedding. It's the payoff after however many seasons of the show they decide to do. After all of the hard work, after all of the struggle, after all of the pain that everyone has had to endure, now here they are. The wedding is the payoff. It's the resolution for these characters and for the story. Now, you may notice I didn't mention Terry Silver. I don't think Terry Silver is going to attend the wedding. I think Terry Silver is going to be evil up until the end. And you also may have noticed that I didn't mention KREESE. I don't think KREESE will be at the wedding, not because I think he's going to be a villain forever, but because I think he'll be dead at that point. Now, I know KREESE being dead is a big deal, but that's my theory. I don't think KREESE survives the series. The show has only gotten darker and darker, so I think ultimately a character needs to be killed off to keep that dramatic tension, and I think KREESE would be the character to kill. As much as I don't want it to happen, I think that's where the story is progressing. He'll find himself in a situation where he puts his own life at risk to save Daniel and Johnny, and therefore he redeems himself. And then I don't think he'll be at the wedding because he'll be dead, but I think his memory and his honor will be remembered at the wedding along with Mr. Miyagi. I mean, it would be such a great way to end this series. I have more thoughts and ideas beyond the wedding of how the Cobra Kai series could end as a whole, but the Johnny and Carmen wedding, I think, is definitely going to happen, and I think that will be the way they bring everybody back together. I think it would be just so special, and I think it will be so beautiful for fans to watch unfold.
Hey everyone, so I just finished recording the video and I was editing when I realized I totally forgot to make a very major point, so I just wanted to quickly add onto the video and say where I believe the wedding will take place. Now, it could just be a regular wedding taking place at a church or something. However, I think this one's going to be different because it is Cobra Kai. It's going to be Johnny and Carmen's wedding because everyone's going to come back together. I think it is only fitting that the wedding takes place where it all started, the beach from the Karate Kid, where Daniel and Johnny first met. We haven't seen it in the Cobra Kai series yet. I think bringing that location back for the wedding, that being the first time you see the location in the Cobra Kai series, would be beautiful. It would just be such great poetry. It would parallel to the beginning of the Karate Kid, and it would tie the whole story from Karate Kid to Cobra Kai together by Daniel and Johnny first meeting at the beach, because the beach is how all of this started. That's where Daniel and Johnny first met. That's what led to the events of the story. That's where Daniel met Allie. All the stuff happened at that beach. So then if you were to end the Cobra Kai series at that beach, and a beach is a great place to have a wedding, and especially that beach, that same exact location, there would be so much history. It would be so nostalgic. It just would make a lot of sense. Rather than just doing it at a random church, why not do it at this iconic location from the Karate Kid movies and just tie everything together? Also, Bobby, he's a pastor, best friends with Johnny. He is definitely going to be the one to officiate the wedding. And he was at that beach too from the original Karate Kid, so it would make perfect sense. It just all makes so much sense. I could see it all so clearly. The white chairs, the setup, everything along the sand of the beach, the water in the background. It would be perfect.
So what do you guys think? Do you think Cobra Kai will end with Johnny and Carmen's wedding? Who do you think will be at the wedding? So I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe to Cobra Kai Kid and turn on all notifications to never miss a new video. Hit that like button and share the video with your fellow Cobras, Eagle Fangs, and Miyagi-Dos. I'll see you all next time on Cobra Kai Kid, and until then, remember, Cobra Kai never dies.